Okay. The third key is after we listen, restate what they said in your own words. You don't have to regurgitate everything, but certainly restate what your colleague, your friend, your partner, your coworker, restate what they said in your own words. The reason why that's important is because it allows them to feel heard and understood. And when you say it in your own words, they know that you were listening and you truly understood, because you are connecting in a way to where you heard me. You understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm feeling. You may not feel the exact same way, but you just restated what I said in your own words. That is definitely going to let someone know that, hey, I value you. I appreciate you. I'm listening to you. And I understand what you're saying, so much so that I'm going to tell you what I just heard you say. I had a situation where actually it wasn't even a situation. It was a beautiful moment. I had taken an intern out for lunch because it was close to their internship. And I didn't work with her very often, but I would see her down the way. She'd pass sometimes and she always said hello to me. And because that is my personality as well, I asked her if she would like to go to lunch before she heads back to school. She was working in a completely different department. And we went to lunch, and I purposely used that time to allow her to talk. I asked her about herself, her interests, her major, what she likes to do, her family. I wasn't prying. I was just allowing her to tell me about herself. And we did have a lot in common, but I didn't do a lot of talking because I really wanted to give that opportunity to her so that she knew that there are other people here that she didn't even work with, but who do want to be of help if they can be. So I listened to what she had to say. And what I found, because I restated what she was saying in my own words, what I found was she's very, very creative and very artsy. She loves the artistic world. That's actually what she's passionate about. But she wanted to go and work in the other side, policy, business. She wanted that side of it. But that wasn't really her passion. It's just what she was great at doing. And so I had asked her, have you ever thought about combining those into your career? That's how I figured out what my career was. I knew what I was going to do since I was 16, but I took, what am I great at? What do I do very, very well? And what do I enjoy? What am I passionate about? Put those together, and what's my career, right? Well, my career is public relations and marketing. So I asked her that question, and she was surprised. Her eyes got big. And she was like, well, I'm not sure how I could do that as a job. I gave her several different examples that she could do where she combines both of them. And if she wanted to stay in our city, I gave her companies and organizations that she could perhaps seek out, because that would be a great opportunity for her. But if she wanted to expand her horizons, she mentioned New York, and I heard that earlier in the conversation. So I mentioned you can go to New York and do this and also do this. So you could fulfill both your passion and what you're great at. We had a great conversation, and she thanked me for that conversation. But the reason why I'm giving you that detail was because I heard everything that she was saying. I understood what she was saying, and I also understood what she didn't know that might be helpful for her and her journey moving forward. And by the end of our conversation, after I gave her those examples, she started crying. And I didn't know what she was crying for. And I asked her, what's the matter? What's wrong? And she let me know that no one had ever sat and talked to her about what she was great at and what her passion was. And no one suggested the same things that I had suggested. She didn't even know that she could combine them into a career. But it gave her so much hope. And it gave her encouragement, and she was inspired, and she understood that she could use what she's great at doing and her skill sets and her interests, but also incorporate what she's passionate about and make that into a career. She felt valued, she felt heard and appreciated, and she felt like I listened. So that is the third key tactic. We want to make sure that you listen to people, you restate what it is that they were saying. I restated to her by literally telling her what she said that she liked and what she was interested in, and then careers that she could go into that she might want to consider and do a little bit more research. I restated everything without using her exact words. She knew that I heard her. She knew that I understood. And I restated it to prove it. So that's the third key.